Melodramatic twists and turns are part of the appeal of soap operas, but some of the stars of Days of Our Lives have faced some real-life downfalls and tragedies too. Yes, this is the Brian Heidik who won Survivor Thailand, before winning the CBS reality show and subsequently revealing himself to be a pretty terrible human being. Heidik had a fledgling acting career that included guest stints on shows like Dream On and Baywatch Nights. His most notable role was on Days of Our Lives, where he played Tim Rollins for 33 episodes in 1992 and 1993. Heidik made the news in 2002 around the time of his Survivor win. Entertainment Weekly reported that he had a domestic dispute that led to his wife's arrest for punching him in the face. This was also around the time people found out that he had appeared in some adult entertainment, which also made the news cycle. Then in 2006, TMZ reported that Heidik was arrested after he shot an innocent puppy with an arrow.
I took a shot at something that looked like a coyote and was not a coyote, that turned out to be a dog.
He did not come off particularly well on Survivor, but his post-show life has been even less prizeworthy. As of the making of this video, Casey Moss has only 4 acting credits listed on his IMDb, and Days of Our Lives is by far the most noteworthy. Moss has appeared in more than 700 episodes of the show, beginning in 2013 when he was only 19. His character, JJ Devereaux, has been played by multiple actors, but Moss was the first adult to take on the role after the character was aged up from being a child. Soaps.com reports that Moss has left the show numerous times, but most recently popped back up for a multi-episode stint in the summer of 2022. On screen, Moss has been praised for his work and was even nominated for a Daytime Emmy in 2018. His off-screen life has not been as smooth. The actor was arrested in 2015 after a particularly nasty night out in Scottsdale, Arizona. According to the Arizona Republic, Moss drunkenly got into a fight with a bartender at the city's W Hotel, and he had to be restrained after he reportedly pushed a hotel staffer. He also tried to punch the bartender and missed, but the most embarrassing part was probably that he called out his acting credits when officers asked his name, saying, as if it mattered, "I'm Casey Moss, and I'm an actor on Days of Our Lives." In June 2022, The Sun reported that former actress Leigh Ann Bauman was arrested after authorities alleged she had paid a hitman $1,500 to take out her mother-in-law. The charges were eventually dropped in January 2023, according to KSPR, but it was a damaging accusation that will no doubt impact Bauman's life forever. It was Bauman's former friend that allegedly tipped off the police, leading to her conspiracy to commit murder charge. Bauman had become a realtor in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, but was once an actor. She has no active IMDb page, but many credible news outlets, such as People, have reported that she was on Days of Our Lives. Her character may not have been substantial enough to get a name, but this story is too soap opera perfect to avoid. In fact, we urge Days of Our Lives to work up a storyline about a cheer mom/realtor who pays a very minimal amount to have her children's grandmother killed, allegedly believing that she can, quote, ask for forgiveness, even though her deeds go against her Christian faith. For years, actor Billy Flynn hid his addiction to drugs and alcohol from the public, opting only to speak about his struggles once he felt he was on the other side. In June 2021, Flynn went on fellow soap star Maurice Bernard's YouTube show, State of Mind, and revealed that he had been in recovery for 3 years.
There were times when I would drink and use to a place where I thought I was going to die, quite literally in the moment.
To Days of Our Lives fans, Flynn is famous for playing Chad DiMera. He started playing Chad in 2014 and still does as of 2024. He has also appeared as Chad on the soap opera miniseries Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem, and on other one-offs like Days of Our Lives A Very Salem Christmas and Chad and Abby in Paris. According to another interview on the Freddie and Alyssa show, he was using drugs and alcohol long before DOOL. He told the hosts of the podcast, one of whom is his co-star Freddie Smith, that he started doing drugs by age 16, but that his addiction got really bad around 2018, when he temporarily left Days of Our Lives and had money to burn. While many soap fans knew him as Nicholas Cassadine on General Hospital, a role he played for 2 decades, Tyler Christopher more recently appeared on Days of Our Lives. He started on the show in 2018, and by his final appearance in 2019 had 157 episodes under his belt. Christopher played Stefan O. DiMera, son of legendary villain Stefano DiMera, and the equally dubious Vivian Alamain. Christopher also appeared as a separate character back in 2001, but that was for just 1 episode. Christopher was ultimately let go from Days of Our Lives because of his addiction issues, which similarly impacted his work on General Hospital years before, as he discussed on the YouTube show State of Mind.
I threw it away.
Yeah.
Nobody took it away from me. I dropped it.
In 2019, not long after his firing from Days of Our Lives, Christopher was arrested for public intoxication. Fox News reported that the actor was celebrating his 47th birthday in Indiana when he was arrested. Christopher sadly passed away in October 2023 due to acute alcohol intoxication. Melissa Reeves spent decades at the top of the heap of soap actors, but it all came crashing down when it came to light that she had liked a number of hateful social media posts. Reeves is known to Days of Our Lives fans for playing Jennifer Horton Devereaux, a central character that she originated back in 1985. A few other actors have stepped in to play Jennifer throughout the years, but Reeves has dominated in the role, playing the character on and off until 2022. All told, she appeared in a whopping 2,897 episodes of the series, according to IMDb. Reeves has been no stranger to controversy over the years. In 2012, Daytime Confidential noted she received flack from many fans for her support of Chick-fil-A, a company that has funded denouncers of same-sex marriage. But it was not until 2022 that her social media activity got her in real trouble. Reeves got considerable backlash from her co-stars after liking a number of posts that were critical of the Black Lives Matter movement. She soon left the show, and Jennifer is now played by Katie McLean, though that is not to say that Daytime Emmy nominee Reeves won't someday return to the role. Freddie Smith played Sonny Kyriakis on Days of Our Lives from 2011 to 2020, with only one small break from 2015 to 2016. He appeared in 864 episodes over that time, and the character was historically important. Sonny was the soap's first gay contract role, Entertainment Weekly noted, and a sign that the series was ready for change. Smith received 2 Daytime Emmy Award nominations for the role, winning one in 2015. Smith's past is not all positive milestones, however. In 2014, the actor crashed his car while driving with his then-girlfriend Alyssa Tabbitt. Tabbitt was badly injured, and Smith was found to have been speeding while under the influence of alcohol at the time of the crash. Smith pleaded guilty to vehicular assault and operating a vehicle while intoxicated, the Star-Beacon reported.
Troopers say that they suspect alcohol and speed to be factors in this crash.
He narrowly avoided jail time. Tabbitt recovered and the pair got married. They now host the podcast The Freddie and Alyssa Show. Smith has not acted since leaving Days of Our Lives. Cody Longo's dark history may be incredibly triggering, so here's an extra warning. Longo was an actor with a considerable amount of credits under his belt, including the television series Hollywood Heights and guest stints on everything from Nashville to CSI. The actor starred on Days of Our Lives from 2011 to 2012, where he played Nicholas Alamain in 80 episodes. Longo's first brush with the law came in November 2020, when he was arrested in Tennessee after a fight with his wife. The drunken brawl became physical, and Longo was booked on a domestic assault charge, Page 6 reported. According to the Daily Mail, Longo pushed his wife in the face after accusing her of cheating on him. Things took an even more sickening turn a week later when Longo was charged with sexual assault of a minor, who Clarksville now reported to be a 9-year-old. These charges stem from a 2019 visit to Colorado in which Longo allegedly molested the young girl. Longo took a plea deal in early 2021, which allowed him to be charged with misdemeanor assault rather than a felony. Longo died in February 2023, reportedly of alcohol poisoning. Jay Robinson had 76 acting credits when he died in 2013, so Days of Our Lives was just one of his many endeavors. Robinson appeared as Monty Dolan in 50 episodes of the soap opera back in 1988 and 1989 when he was well into his 50s. In fact, he kept working up until 1998, despite a dark past that at one time threatened his career. We'll never know what trajectory he would have taken had he not been arrested, but it certainly turned his life around. He told the Washington Post, "I remember in 1967, while I was in prison, the television premiere of The Robe came up. I had $10 to my name. I went to the warden and asked for permission to see the movie. He said, 'Why?' And I said, 'Because I'm the star of it.' He said he didn't think he'd ever had such an unusual request. I was allowed to watch it, and I determined then to fight my way back to success." Robinson's imprisonment was for charges of possessing heroin, which came after years of drug addiction. His Los Angeles Times obituary explains that Robinson was first arrested in 1959 and that his later imprisonment was for, quote, failing to appear for a retrial of his original case. Nowadays, Kirsten Storms is more associated with General Hospital, where she has appeared as Maxie Jones in nearly 1,500 episodes since 2005. She has also appeared in Disney Channel fare, but for many daytime fans, she is still Belle Black from Days of Our Lives. Storms played Belle from 1999 to 2004, appearing in 779 episodes and establishing Belle as a major character. Martha Madison now plays Belle, but Storms is the first actor to have played her after she was rapidly aged.
When
when I worked on Days of Our Lives, I watched General Hospital on my lunch break. Oh. I told it was incredible. A traitor.
After her time on Days, Storms ran into some issues with the law when she was arrested for driving under the influence. According to People, the then 23-year-old actor was pulled over in 2007 after littering and proceeded to fail a sobriety test. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Storms was sentenced to 90 days of Alcoholics Anonymous and a small fine, as well as 3 years of probation. Given that she has steered clear of trouble ever since, Storms seems to have learned her lesson, though she is lucky that no one was hurt due to her lack of judgment. Dylan Patton began his acting career in 2005, just around the time that he reached his teen years. In 2009, he was cast as Will Horton, also known as Will Roberts, on Days of Our Lives, and he appeared on the show until 2010. The role was then recast with Chandler Massey, the actor who is most prominently associated with Will. Like far too many child and teen stars, Patton's life took a turn for the worse once he was off the show. E! News reported that in 2013, Patton was arrested and charged with selling cocaine near a California elementary school. According to TMZ, the arrest occurred at the actor's home after an undercover cop went in and successfully purchased drugs. Patch notes that Patton was sentenced to 3 years of probation. He seems to have left acting altogether with no credit since 2013. Patton was nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award during his time on Days, and it is a shame that he never got to fulfill his promise as an actor. Marcus Patrick also started his acting career in 2005, and he made his first foray into soaps with 2 episodes of Passions the following year. Then came 9 episodes of All My Children before Patrick landed at Days of Our Lives. On Days, he played Jet Carver in just under 50 episodes in 2006 and 2007. He did not last long on the show, and many assume it is because of a pictorial he did around that same time. In September 2007, Patrick was the cover model for Playgirl, the now defunct adult magazine. Soap Central published a piece that directly linked Patrick's firing with this photo shoot, noting that it occurred while he was employed on Days. And while we will never know if Patrick's risque magazine shoot was the reason for his dismissal, it had to sting because the actor has not done a lot of notable work since. He told Soaps.com in 2007, "I'm probably much more geared towards HBO or Showtime, where they can say a curse word or do a sex scene and it looks very realistic." Steve Burton's 2022 scandal just goes to show that the lives of soap stars are sometimes as messy and outrageous as those of their characters. Burton made news that July after filing for divorce from his wife, Cherie Gustin, following nearly 23 years of marriage. This in itself would not be huge news if not for the small detail that Gustin is expecting another man's child. Burton posted on Instagram a few months earlier, "Cherie and I are separated. She recently announced that she's expecting her 4th child. The child is not mine. We are still co-parenting our 3 beautiful kids." Aside from posting many shirtless and workout photos on his Instagram, Burton also acts, something he has been doing since 1986. Burton is a 2-time Daytime Emmy Award winner, best known for playing Jason Morgan on nearly 2,300 episodes of General Hospital between 1992 and 2021. Burton also played Dylan McAvoy on The Young and the Restless for 4 years, and has branched out of daytime on occasion as well. As for Days of Our Lives, Burton first appeared as Harris Michaels in 12 episodes back in 1988.
I hope you don't mind me dropping by like this.
Wow, that was helium!
He reprised this role for the 5-episode miniseries Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem, which aired in summer 2022. The secret here is not that soap opera star Roscoe Born tragically died by suicide. It's that he lived with a mental illness that remains stigmatized and under-discussed. His family wrote on Facebook, "Roscoe has long struggled with bipolar disorder, a shadow that he succumbed to when he took his own life on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020. They then called for more mental health awareness. Born was only 69 when he died, and the earliest reports of his death did not list a cause. It was days later that the family's statement made things clear. Born was very active in the soap opera genre, so much so that it kind of feels like he did them all. He is perhaps best known for his work on Ryan's Hope and Santa Barbara, but he also appeared on The City, One Life to Live, The Young and the Restless, and As the World Turns, amongst other shows. On Days of Our Lives, Born played Trent Robbins in 40-some 2008 episodes. He also played a separate character in a one-off 2001 episode. According to his IMDb, he had not acted since 2012. Alison Sweeney is one of the best-known stars of Days of Our Lives, not only because of her long tenure on the soap, but also because of her many Hallmark movies and her hosting duties for The Biggest Loser, which lasted from 2006 to 2015. The show was an interesting choice for Sweeney, who herself has struggled with her weight. Many have been critical of The Biggest Loser format and its promotion of unhealthy weight loss, none of which deterred Sweeney from participating. Sweeney has discussed having an eating disorder here and there, such as when she told the Los Angeles Times that she often judged herself by how well she could restrict her eating. She said, "I was so regimented for so many years with my eating. If I was sticking to my diet, I was good. If I wasn't, I was a failure. But it was that approach that was setting me up for failure. I really had to change my mindset."
You can definitely get into your head and play mental games with yourself about how uncomfortable you feel.
Sweeney's Days of Our Lives character, Sammy Brady, also suffered from an eating disorder, bulimia, at one point. From 1987 to 2022, Sweeney appeared as Sammy in over 3,600 Days episodes, and being on screen for much of her life has no doubt contributed to Sweeney's body and eating issues. She once told the Daily Mail, "I've been on Days since I was 16, and being surrounded by such thin, gorgeous actresses made me so insecure and self-conscious." As of the making of this video, John de Lancie has 200 acting credits on his IMDb, but is perhaps most associated with the role of Q, which he has played in a variety of Star Trek projects over the years. That is not to say that he has not done other notable work, like the years he spent playing Eugene Bradford on Days of Our Lives. Between 1982 and 1990, de Lancie appeared in 518 episodes of the soap, twice winning Soap Opera Digest Awards for his work. In recent years, de Lancie has bravely spoken about his struggle with dyslexia, which negatively impacted his experiences in school at a time when learning disabilities were far less openly discussed. He told Dyslexic Advantage that people called him slow for years, adding, "I ended up flunking out of a couple of schools. The last school I went to, they said, 'Oh, no, we think he's dyslexic,' but nobody really knew what to do with that. I probably was 14 by that time." The amazing part of the story is that though he only learned to read at age 12, de Lancie was able to attend the Juilliard School and establish himself as a successful actor. So few celebrities, particularly men, speak up about mental health issues, and it is a noteworthy thing when anyone in the public eye shares their personal health diagnoses. Actor Casey Deidrick is also supermodel handsome, with a perfectly sculpted beard and a bodacious arm filled with tattoos, so he may not be the type of man you associate with vulnerability and the sharing of feelings. And yet, he has been an outspoken mental health advocate, sharing his own struggles with bipolar disorder when he was interviewed for a Book of in 2019. He said, "I view acting not as a job, but a way for me to process and cope with my bipolar disorder and childhood traumas I faced as a child. I've always been a very emotional person, and through acting, I've learned to control it." When it comes to acting, Deidrick had one of his first roles on Days of Our Lives, where he played Chad DiMera from 2009 to 2013. He recently starred in the CW series In the Dark. Tamara Braun is a 2-time Daytime Emmy Award winner and 4-time nominee who has a long history in daytime television. She started her acting career in 1997 and by 2001 was appearing as Carly Corinthos in General Hospital. She later played a second character on the show, Dr. Kim Nero, and also appeared in 81 episodes of All My Children in 2008 and 2009. On Days of Our Lives, Braun plays Ava Vitali, a role she began in 2008, reprised in 2015 to 2016, and reprised again starting in 2020.
It's absolutely phenomenal that the cast and crew supported me and opened their arms and hearts to me, and it's amazing!
Despite her glamorous life as a soap star, Braun has expressed a history of trauma and a struggle with her mental health. She posted about these issues on her Instagram in August 2021, alongside a flashback photo of her younger self. She wrote, "This young woman, I look at her now and appreciate her struggles, her dreams, her heartache, her beauty. The voices in her head weren't always kind to her and what she was dealing with back then. She thought her trauma defined her and she was damaged goods." Though Braun did not elaborate on her trauma, it was a powerful message that was repeated on many soap opera news sites. Linsey Godfrey's secret is representative of a stigmatized issue that remained hidden until she decided to speak up. Godfrey has bravely discussed her mental health issues on social media, giving a name and face to a disorder that is rarely a topic of conversation. Godfrey came out as border polar in a March 2021 TikTok post. That means that she has the dual diagnosis of bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder. This has led the actor to suffer from depression, anxiety, and obsessive-compulsive behaviors, and she she has continued to discuss mental health ever since making her diagnosis public. She told People in 2022, "I had been struggling for so long and I knew I wasn't okay. Even though it was a big, awful pill to swallow, I was relieved to finally have an answer and not just, you're a person." Godfrey has played Sarah Horton in more than 400 episodes of Days of Our Lives, beginning in 2018, and is also known to soap fans for her work on The Bold and the Beautiful. She's gotten 4 Daytime Emmy Award nominations, 1 for Days and 3 for The Bold and the Beautiful. By the time Brenda Benet died in her mid-30s, she had already established herself as a prominent daytime star. She appeared on 298 episodes of Days of Our Lives between 1978 and 1982, starring as Lee Dumont Carmichael Williams. She would likely have continued playing the villain if not for her death by suicide. Her character was not popular with fans, but villains are, of course, necessary for any soap opera to function. Benet had famously been married to Bill Bixby of My Favorite Martian and The Incredible Hulk. Their only child, Christopher, was only 6 years old when he died on a family vacation in 1981. UPI reported that Christopher and his mother were at Mammoth Ski Resort when he suffered acute epiglottitis, which required a tracheotomy that led him into a coma and then cardiac arrest. Evidently, the pain of losing her son was too much for Benet, and she killed herself the following year. Hunter Tylo is a huge name when it comes to soap operas, particularly because of her starring role as Dr. Taylor Hayes on The Bold and the Beautiful. Tylo has appeared in nearly 2,800 episodes of the series. She has dabbled in other television projects, both in daytime and primetime, but her other noteworthy role was in Days of Our Lives, where she appeared as Marina Toscano in 40 episodes in 1989 and 1990. Tylo is also known for suing television producer Aaron Spelling after Spelling cast and then fired her from Melrose Place after learning she was pregnant. The AP reported that Tylo was awarded $4.9 million in her wrongful termination lawsuit. Tylo's other big secret is a family tragedy that no monetary sum could right. In 2007, People reported that Tylo's teenage son, Michael Tylo Jr., drowned in a pool after reportedly having a seizure. Tylo's manager told Us Magazine, "She's had one tragedy in her life after another, more than her share." Another of Tylo's children had previously been diagnosed with a cancer that caused her to lose an eye. Tylo has also had an acutely messy love life that has included 3 marriages and at least 1 restraining order, Soap Central notes. California has had some terribly damaging wildfires over the years, with the most recent ones in early 2025 being particularly harsh. In 2018, a giant fire affected large swaths of Malibu, where many celebrities have homes. Many saw damage, and for some, everything was burned to the ground. That's what happened to soap star Tracey Bregman. She posted photos of the devastating loss on the 2-year anniversary. She said everything changed as a result of the disaster. Soaps.com reports that in 2020, she sued her home's insurer. The outcome of that suit is unclear. In the soap world, Bregman is most often associated with her work on The Young and the Restless, where she has appeared in more than 1,700 episodes as Lauren Fenmore Baldwin. She first starred in the role in 1984, leaving and coming back several times. She has also appeared as the same character on The Bold and the Beautiful in over 300 episodes. Before becoming Lauren, however, she was a Days of Our Lives staple for a couple of years. From 1978 to 1980, she played teenager Donna Temple Craig, appearing in 166 episodes. Amy Yasbeck has been on primetime shows like Wings and big movies like Pretty Woman and The Mask. Amongst her dozens of acting credits is the role of Olivia Reed on Days of Our Lives, who Yasbeck played for 31 episodes in 1987. Yasbeck's name may also seem familiar because of her marriage to TV legend John Ritter. Ritter and Yasbeck met when they starred in the film Problem Child, and the two were married for 4 years before Ritter unexpectedly died in September 2003. According to Today, Ritter died from an undetected aortic dissection while on the set of his hit show 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. Yasbeck went on to sue 2 of Ritter's doctors for wrongful death, asking for $67 million in restitution. According to People, she lost the case in March 2008 when both doctors were cleared of all wrongdoing. She and Ritter's family did get $14 million in settlements from other sources, such as the hospital Providence St. Joseph Medical Center. Chrishell Stause has been vocal about her family's struggles when she was growing up, discussing them on her Netflix reality show Selling Sunset, in interviews, and in her memoir Under Construction. At times, Stause's family was so impoverished that they had nowhere to live. She told Page Six in 2018, "It was just really hard to live the lie at school and make sure no one knows and being really embarrassed about it. Even talking about it now, I start to sweat. I definitely relate to any kid who has lived without running water or electricity or having to be the smelly kid going to school because you don't have the resources."
I think there's a huge stigma with growing up in poverty or, being homeless.
Before she was the breakout star of Selling Sunset, Stause had established herself as a popular daytime TV actor. She did 10 episodes of The Young and the Restless, but is most often associated with the role of Amanda Dillon Martin on All My Children, which she played from 2005 to 2011. She's also known for her work on Days of Our Lives, which remains her most recent acting gig. From 2013 to 2015, Stause appeared as series regular Jordan Ridgway. She went back to the role on a recurring basis in 2019, as well as for a guest stint in 2020 and 2021, which earned her a Daytime Emmy Award nomination. It's a double whammy when it comes to Patsy Pease's dark secrets, and her life reads like something even murkier than your standard soap opera. Pease told the Chicago Tribune that she grew up in an abusive household up until age 16, adding, "Both my parents were psychotics, both were Satanists. I'm a survivor of ritual torture. Life was the hell pit. It seems to be my forte. I graduated from the school of walk through hell with a gasoline coat on." Pease and her siblings suffered long-term effects of their abuse, which led to her brother's suicide and Pease's alcoholism. Pease's other secret has to do with her own mental health issues, which she wrote on her now-deleted blog went undiagnosed until she was 50. Pease discussed how her bipolar disorder was the root cause for many of her past issues, including an arrest for assaulting someone and reckless sexual behavior. Despite her struggles, Pease has been able to establish herself as a successful actor. Her most noteworthy role has been Kimberly Brady on Days of Our Lives, a part that she played off and on from 1984 to 2016. All told, she has appeared in over 1,000 episodes of Days, and she also had a substantial role on the defunct soap Search for Tomorrow. Martha Nix Wade started her acting career in 1975 when she scored the role of Janice Barnes on Days of Our Lives at age 7. She appeared in 102 episodes of the show over the next few years, and then went on to appear on The Waltons and a handful of other programs. Nix Wade has not acted since 1985, but resurfaced in 2011 when she published a memoir, My Secret Life, a truthful look at a child actor's victory over sexual abuse. Nix Wade's book detailed a shocking secret from her past, her childhood sexual abuse, and discussed the effects of the experience. The actor also started the organization A Quarter Blue to help survivors of sexual abuse and trauma. She says on the organization's website, "While I wouldn't wish sexual assault on anyone, I am grateful I had a team of people around me who helped me heal so that I can encourage and empower others to fight the good fight." If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please dial or text 988 to speak with the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can also seek help by visiting 988lifeline.org.